Hello, my name is Latrice Faulkner. There is a new supplement for the NIH Ruth L. Kirstein National Research Service Award, or NRSA, to support family-friendly research environments, graduate students, and postdocs. They now have the option to request up to $2,500 annually for childcare costs provided by a licensed childcare provider. Today, we will discuss important information for the trainees and administrative support staff. This will include the NIH Supplement Policy and Guidelines, who is eligible to apply, and additional information for administrative processing and support at the University of Michigan. If you recently received an NRSA award or are a current fellow, I want to highlight some basic NIH Childcare Supplement policies. For childcare costs to be allowable, eligible full-time trainees must be appointed to the NRSA prior to the use of childcare costs. Eligible childcare must be licensed and/or regulated by state and/or local authorities. Childcare costs are not tied to payback obligations. It's important to note that all recipients must maintain all supporting documentation, such as proof of provider licensing, as well as receipts, and make it available to the NIH officials upon request. Let's now discuss who's eligible. To qualify for funding support, you must be in a full-time NIH NRSA supported fellowship or trainee position on the listed activity codes. The NIH will not provide childcare support for short-term or undergraduate trainees. If both parents are eligible, each parent will receive $2,500 in support annually. Dependent children living in the trainee's home from birth until the age of 13, or for children who are disabled until the age of 18, are considered eligible. Elder or non-child dependent care costs are excluded. And remember, any part of the supplement that is not supported will be returned to the NIH. The first step to applying is to contact your departmental research or training grant administrator. Your research administrator will help you with the application submission process and to navigate the steps and channels required to collect and maintain required documentation and work through specific terms related to award, continuation, or closeout. To aid in the process, the University of Michigan has created a form to request support. For pre- and postdoc trainees, there are two separate paths to submit your application form and supporting documentation. Supporting documentation for both groups includes receipts and proof of childcare provider licensing identification. Documents may be sent at a later date, but must be sent to nrsa.staff@umich.edu by the end of the fellowship or trainee grant appointment. Additional information on award eligibility in the application process can be found at orsp.umich.edu/NRSA. The rest of the video addresses the required administrative details. Administrative support under the NIH Childcare Policy. I will walk through a few high-level aspects of the policy and application process. No additional action is needed on the part of the applicant at the time of application for institutional training awards to request these funds. In contrast, childcare costs for individual NRSA fellowships can be requested as part of new applications or Type 1, continuation applications or Type 5, or as an administrative supplement request, Type 3. Recipients are not required to submit supporting documentation with each request, but must maintain their records at the institutional level. NIH reserves the right to request proof at any time. Keep in mind that childcare costs is restricted for that purpose and cannot be rebudgeted. NIH will not award childcare costs retroactively. There are additional terms that you will want to be aware of, such as unobligated balances of childcare costs remaining after the child ages out may not be used for any purpose. The reporting requirement examples are here to let you know that the NIH has detailed and specific ways that child care support costs must be reported and acknowledged during interim and final reporting. Please consult the specific policy using the links listed on the next slide. Lastly, the child care costs will not be provided to recipients if the costs are reported inaccurately, ineligibility of the fellow or dependent, or lack of supporting documentation. We hope you found this information helpful in applying for the NIH NRSA Childcare Cost Supplement. As always, if you have any additional questions or concerns, please reach out to the Grants Services and Analysis Office, email nrsa.staff@umich.edu, review the Michigan NRSA webpage, and you can also consult the NIH website for frequently asked questions. Thank you.
Thank you for watching this video. For additional tools and resources, please see our website under the Training and Resources section or by reaching out through email at msgrants@umich.edu.